We're living in a world that rewards noise. Everyone wants to be heard, and we're constantly encouraged to share our opinions. But real success doesn't always belong to the loudest voice. The people who make the smartest decisions usually aren't talking the most. They're watching, listening, and noticing the details everyone else overlooks. Think of a chess master. While beginners rush to make their next move, masters pause, study the board, and think several steps ahead. Life works the same way. Today, you'll discover 7 powerful habits that quietly separate ordinary people from extraordinary ones. These aren't tricks. They're timeless principles that can change the way you communicate, think, and succeed. Habit 1. Most people think listening means staying quiet while someone else talks. It doesn't. Real listening goes much deeper. When someone speaks, they aren't only communicating with words. Their tone changes, their pace changes, their facial expressions shift. Sometimes they smile while feeling uncomfortable. Sometimes they say they're fine, but their body language tells a completely different story. The average person hears the sentence. The observer notices the story behind the sentence. Imagine you're negotiating for a new job. One manager confidently says, "We'll definitely consider your request." Most people hear confidence, but you notice something else, a slight pause, a forced smile. Eye contact disappears for just a second. Those tiny details reveal uncertainty. Now you understand something words never told you. Observation creates clarity, and clarity creates better decisions. The same thing happens in friendships, relationships, business, even everyday conversations. People constantly reveal who they are, not intentionally, but naturally. The problem is, most of us are too busy thinking about what we're going to say next, instead of noticing what's happening right in front of us. Here's a challenge. During your next conversation, don't focus on giving the perfect response. Focus on asking one more thoughtful question, then simply watch. You may be surprised by how much people reveal when they feel genuinely heard, because people rarely forget someone who truly listened to them, and that's exactly where quiet strength begins. Habit 2. But listening is only the beginning. The truly powerful people do something even more difficult. They learn how to control their emotions before they control their words, and that single habit can completely change the way people respond to you. Before you leave, I want you to remember one simple truth. The world is full of people trying to be noticed, talking louder, posting more, arguing harder, trying to prove they're right. But the people who quietly build extraordinary lives usually play a different game. They don't chase attention, they earn respect. Because they understand that every conversation is an opportunity, not just to be heard, but to learn. When you talk less, you notice more. You recognize patterns others miss. You make decisions with clarity instead of emotion. You respond instead of react. And over time, those small advantages become life-changing. Think about the people you admire most: the calm leader, the wise mentor, the person who always seems in control, even under pressure. Their strength doesn't come from having the loudest voice, it comes from having the clearest mind. So here's a challenge for you. For the next 7 days, practice the power of intentional silence. Pause before you speak. Listen without planning your next sentence. Observe people's actions more than their promises. And ask yourself one question after every conversation. What did I notice today that I would have missed if I'd been talking? You might be surprised by how much your world begins to change, because success isn't always about doing more. Sometimes it's about saying less, seeing more, thinking deeper, and choosing your words with purpose. Remember this: the loudest person in the room may capture attention for a moment, but the person who observes quietly often shapes the outcome. So don't underestimate the power of silence. It isn't empty. It's where awareness grows. It's where wisdom is built. And it's often where the biggest victories begin. If this video gave you a new perspective, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos on psychology, self-improvement, and the hidden habits of highly successful people. Until next time, talk less, observe more, win more. Because the greatest advantage you'll ever have is the one most people never notice.